Irish Media Network. We entertain.
I'm Arveene. You're very welcome to the last 16 of decades of dance music quiz, where we test the contestants' knowledge of music history from the last 10 decades or 100 years. And you're tuned to the Irish Media Network via YouTube and Facebook Live. Good evening, people. It's day 54 of my personal lockdown. I kind of feel like I'm in prison, even though I can go out for a run, go out for a jog, go to the shop, buy some sweets, eat a lot of chocolate. The weather has been up and down. It's like a yo-yo today. Take lots of codeine. It helps when you have a back injury. Shout outs to Matt Mann and Damien Harris from Skint from the last round, who will face each other in the quarterfinals. Well done, lads. Shout out to all the wonderful people tuning in. You can now stream all the previous shows as a podcast via Spotify and all good podcast channels. Don't forget, if you're watching, make sure you fire in your answers as we go along. And also, if you have any burning questions for our team tonight, like what was the most famous rave piano you've ever used, or how much knowledge can a man actually hold in his brain, fire them in and we'll try and answer them all. Tonight we have two last 16 battles for you, heats 5 and 6, featuring giants of the music game. First up, we have Bill Brewster versus Liquid in heat 5. Then we bounce straight into Steve Brains versus Deniz Menedez in heat 6. Hey lads.
Hi.
Hello.
Cool. Each round we'll see them trying to answer 6 of the best from the quiz lord himself, Owen, with the winners of these two heats taking on each other in the quarterfinals. So first up is the Grimbarian Codhead Maestro, who alongside John Hurt, Norman Lamont, cricketer Darren Pattinson, and Strictly Come Dancing siblings Kevin and Joanne Clifton, is one of an absolute bona fide Grimsby legend. Grimsby was settled by the Danes in the 9th century AD and allegedly was named after a man called Grim, a famous Danish fisherman himself. Elton John recorded a track in 1974 called Grimsby. In the first verse, Elton sings, "As I lay dreaming in my bed across the Great Divide, I thought I heard the trawler boats returning on the tide." The biggest fishing town in the UK, you know. Anyway, a one-time chef in Switzerland, was a journo with Jockey Slot magazine. He's part of the team behind DJHistory.com. It's the butcher of Connorell. He burnt the House of Hackney crew down to the ground in the last round. It's Bill, Grimsby's finest Brewster. Bill, you legend. How the hell are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, good.
If you ran out of bog rolls, would you reach for a book to get yourself clean out of the toilet if you needed, bro? And in one word.
No, dot leaves.
Not the leaves. Okay, you got leaves. And in one word, what would you have to say? In one word, what would you say you're going to do to Liquid tonight?
Compete.
Nice one, brother. Nice one, brother. Well, very welcome, man. We're looking forward to.
I'm not as overconfident as everyone thinks I should be, but not by a long stretch.
Someone in the comments has got you down as 1 to 100 shots.
That is ridiculous.
So, the game is rigged.
I think the only chance I've got is like your internet going off or something like that.
Yeah. Nuclear bomb drops on Bill Brewster's house.
I think everyone's overstating this slightly.
I know, Bill, mate. We'll have to go and we'll have to see. So next is the return of the banter merchant who now resides in Italy. He smashed the charts with his rave-laden breaks back in the day on the hit single "Sweet Harmony." He serenaded us with one of the most interesting interpretations of Val Doonican we've ever had. It's the most un-Irish sounding man with the most Irish sounding name. He took out Alternate, sent him packing, and kicked Al Gibbs back to Bono's neighborhood, because he lives next door to him, apparently. Let's hear it for Liquid. Liquid, you simply, Val Dooney, can't leave us tonight with some semblance of a song before this heat is over. Great to see you, brother.
I looked into it, right? I didn't rehearse, but I was thinking there's no famous bands from Grimsby that I know of. There was one with a drummer called Mike Tyson, a band called Roundabout, spelt R-O-W.
Okay,
and
but we have got quite a lot of famous musicians. Rod Temperton is one. And the core of T-Rex was formed out of a band from Grimsby. So Steve, the bass player in T-Rex, was from Grimsby.
I've lost them. We're not even started yet. So I was thinking, if I lose, I could do House Martins, but now it's going to have to be T-Rex. And if I win, I could do Chaz and Dave or Dubliners.
Why, are you from Margate?
Yeah, no, I was going to do. I maybe. Well, I don't know. I'll have to. No rehearsing. Got to be like straight improvisation.
Okay.
Eamon, give us your best Irish joke in an Irish accent there. Go on.
I don't know. Don't know if I can do an Irish joke. Let me. I'll do. Do you know who was after winning the Bangkok Marathon? It was a toy.
Whew.
There you
Oh my
go,
God.
Arveene. Let's start as we mean to go low.
I'm just going to take a deep breath. Bill, I will leave you out of the jokes tonight, brother. I'll leave you out of the jokes, man. So we've got so basically we've got 6 questions in this round. And Owen's going to give you a little rundown for those of you who don't know, but I'm sure some of you have already versed.
So can I just say before we start, you know me, it's not me without interrupting. Supported Arsenal for years, and you get to the last 16 of the Champions League and you draw Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, or something like that. And then you send me the draw. Arveene sent the draw. He's like, you got Bill Brewster. Right, okay, it's me going out. He went, you might win. I was like, don't patronise me. It's like, let's just deal with it as it is.
No away goals rules here. So for everybody who hasn't been watching yet, it's pretty simple. The guys are going to get asked 6 questions by Arveene. They send their answers into me on WhatsApp. We're going to give you the answers as each question gets asked. So if you're looking on Facebook or on YouTube, you can play along by putting your comments or your answers into the comment section. Arveene will be managing them all. So pretty simple. 2 guys are going to get asked 6 questions. Winner moves on to the quarterfinals. So back to you, Arv.
Awesome. We've got a little question here for Eamon. What was it like to be on XL Recordings in the heyday?
It was cool, but it was normal. At first, it was like a dream to be signed to them. Then it's amazing how life becomes quite normal, as I'm sure everyone knows going through all this, what you can adjust to. And it was, it was, and there was no social media back in those days as well. So it was kind of like, it was a buzz. It was wicked, but then that just became everyday life. But yeah, I mean, even now, I mean, over the last 25 years, it's such a consistent label. But yeah, it was wicked.
Oh, cool, man. That's all we wanted to hear, really.
Yeah, sorry. That's the short version. It was good.
Awesome, bro. I imagine it was amazing. Big shout outs to all the people for tuning in. Kay, Shane, one of the regulars. We've got a few more on there. Pat, Raman. There's a good few crew in tonight. So let's kick it off with question 1. You ready, Eamon? Yeah?
I am.
Bill's ready? Okay, awesome. So question number 1. Joey Negro has a disco band. He releases music under. Name the band. Joey Negro has a disco band. He releases music under. Name that band. Joey Negro has a disco band and he releases music under that band. Name that band. Name that band.
Anyone know the correct answer?
Stop you messing around. Yeah, I did. I mean, obviously, I was kind of shocked that Joey Negro was English. Obviously, the first time, no one expects him to be from England,
isn't it?
Yeah,
it's from Clacton. Yeah,
from Clacton.
Got all the answers in there, Arveene?
All the answers in. So the name of this band is the Sunburst Band, as if I remember. And they put many tracks out. So
yeah, that's correct. Bill gets the right answer, and from Eamon doesn't.
What did Eamon answer?
Fuck.
that's his Asian band that no one knows about. Shit. Okay, question number 2. Who sold more albums, Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd? Who sold more albums, Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd? Who sold more albums, Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd? Pat Sheridan says, My Waddy. I think that's a drink. I don't think that's an answer. Who sold more albums, Led or Floyd? Pink or Zeppelin?
So both answers in there, Arv?
I mean, I'm going to say I'd say it's probably pretty neck and neck, this one. So I'm going to say Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, you'd be correct. Led Zeppelin have 140 million compared to Pink Floyd's 121 million. So both the lads got the incorrect answer here.
Okay. So did Nick Thomas and Kay. They both got the wrong answer as well. Next question, which is question number 3. What music composer, artist, act has been nominated for the most Oscars for their music?
Can you say it again?
What music composer, artist / act has been nominated for the most Oscars for their music? So What music composer has been nominated for the most Oscars for their music?
So Eamon's answer's in. And Bill's in with the correct answer.
So Pat Sheridan has come in with the answer, Rari Gogan. But I don't think it is Rari Gogan, mate.
Yeah, so we've got both answers there, Arveene. Do you want to have a guess at this one?
Yeah, I'm going to say John Williams, obviously, because it's Star Wars and he's done so many soundtracks. So he's kind of the name I think of when I think of soundtracks and Oscars.
Yeah, between him, Ennio Morricone, you'd kind of be picking the top 2 composers in the world. He's had 48 nominations in total, second only to Walt Disney. So again, He's done Star Wars, E.T., Harry Potter, Jaws. It's a pretty impressive discography for somebody. So Bill gets the correct answer and Eamon doesn't.
Cool. And then Pat Sheridan says Mussolini, Musslinie. I think you're trying to say Mussolini, I'm sure. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Question number 4. How many studio albums has Miles Davis released? Closest to the answer wins the points. How many studio albums has Miles Davis released? Closest to the answer wins the points. So I'm assuming that's like obviously including live albums as well.
No, studio albums are different to live albums.
Yeah.
So you've got compilation albums, box sets, soundtracks, live albums. He's got a pretty prolific library of music.
Yeah, I actually watched the documentary on Miles Davis there 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen it before. Very good if anyone hasn't seen it.
Yeah, again, one of the people who stand out of the last 100 years. If you were to pick 5 people, Miles Davis is up there with Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie.
Who would the other 2 be? Ronald McDonald and Mickey Mouse? Or
no, you'd probably have to go back and put in Jimmy Lunsford for swing music in 1935, and then you'd probably go with the Holy Trinity in 1972 with hip hop that led to so many other different things after that, in my opinion. So, Bill, I don't know how you're pretty much bang on. So, Arveene, what do you reckon?
I mean, I'm going to say like 60 albums because from watching the documentary, he just seemed to be smashing it for like 6 decades, So 10 albums a decade, 60 albums.
Yeah, so the correct answer is he's done 51 studio albums, 36 live albums, 35 compilation albums, 17 box sets, and 57 singles. Wow. And 3 remix albums as well. So Bill's 4 albums off with his 55 albums, and I'm afraid
I misheard. I thought you said live albums because I got 36. Bang on.
Yeah. We'll give you a point for it, mate. It's like the referee in Barcelona giving you the easy fouls here now.
This is like fucking World Cup 1986 here, man. Hand to God that was there. Right. The next question, which is question number 5. We've got one more question to go after that. The Rolling Stones' first international hit, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, was released in which year? Closest to the year wins the points. The Rolling Stones' first international hit, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, was released in which year? Closest to the year wins the points. I know the answer to this one, actually.
So Eamon with the points in this round. Arveene, do you want to have a go?
Yeah, 1965 from what I remember.
Yeah, May 1965 is correct. So Eamon was in with 64, Bill was in with 69. So Eamon was this round.
Go on, Eamon. Good man. Unlucky Bill. So final question to see who brings home the bacon on tonight in round 5. Bill Brewster versus Liquid. Name the hit-making pioneer and label boss behind Sugar Hill Gang Rapper's Delight. Name the hit-making pioneer and label boss behind Sugar Hill Gang Rapper's Delight. Not too difficult.
Yeah, Bill with the answer, bang on. So yeah, I think we got the answers in.
Right, well, so the answer is Sylvia Robinson, and a bit of a controversial character, but she was the person behind Sugar Hill Gang and the record label and Rapper's Delight, the first 12-inch in hip-hop, well, pop hip-hop, really, essentially,
Yeah, correct. She's also the manager of Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 as well. So again, an iconic character in the hip-hop world for sure. So Bill gets the right answer. Eamon with a genuine fuck. doesn't pass either. So
no fucks given, Eamon.
we have Bill obviously winning this with 4-2.
Oh, right. Bill was obviously going to be the winner tonight. Sorry, that's not COVID. I'm over it. I swear I don't have COVID. But Bill, so what are you going to do tonight after your storming into the quarterfinals?
I'm gonna have a glass of red wine and chill out and not do much. Actually, yeah, no plans. Find something on Netflix to entertain me.
Sounds exciting, brother. Sounds exciting. That's what I'm going to be doing. Hey, Eamon, I hate to lose you, man. I mean, I was looking forward to a bit of Val Dunican at the end of the show here, but at the end of your segment of the show, we've another round to come. Sad to lose you, man.
It was expected. I was resigned to it.
Well, I think the other two guys watching now know that they're going to be up against Bill. Whoever wins the next following round is going to be your dance partner in the quarterfinals. So we're going to get to those guys now. Thanks very much, guys.
Awesome.
We're going to be
Thanks a lot. See you, Eamon.
Thanks.
See you, Bill. See you soon. Aha. Welcome back, boys. So, big shout. How's it going there? How's it going there?
Hello. Nice hat, Rain.
So we have said goodbye to Eamon, aka Liquid. My man from Sweet Harmony. There's a bit of a look at that hat. Wow, look at that hat, mate. Look at that hat.
That was randomly from my mum's friend. My mum was like, "Oh, Stephen, I've got a hat that you might like," and I was like, "Oh, cool. That's what you think of your son." Leather body.
It looks good. It's very Blue Oyster Club, man. Very Blue Oyster Club. I'm liking the little bunny rabbit you have there as well.
I have my, yeah, it's a deadly Miffy.
Does look a bit like Dennis now that you mention it.
I might just do everything behind Miffy, just to psych Dennis out.
It's like a Chucky doll for the S&M world.
It's exactly that.
Okay, so we have to say goodbye to Liquid, and Bill Brewster takes us to the next round in the quarterfinals. He's going to be taking on one of these lads. Next is a man who wiped out James O'Neill with his superior Barbra Streisand knowledge and melted Helen Steele out of the game with his flamethrower musical knowledge. He's the head don at He, She, They, and manager of Maya Jane Coles, king of nugget porn and psychology mind control, Mr. Bum Photo, who's both weird and wonderful. It's Steve Brains. Are you 6, 9, or 24 box of nuggets, man? And what's the special sauce choice?
I'm 24 nuggets, and I would dip it in Sandy Togsvig. I feel like on these panel shows now.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't we all? How are you doing, man? You well?
Like a Danish lesbian most days of the week.
I just like a Danish pastry most days of the week, but you know, whatever you're into, brother, whatever you're into. Dennis, how's it going? Is it
distracted? Some would say unsettled.
No, them lot have ordered Indian food. With the rustling bags around me, and I'm like, oh, a bit of Indian food. That looks lovely.
Them lot, he means.
I might put my headphones on in a minute.
Stick your headphones on. Them lot are his flatmates in the background.
Am I being really annoying, actually? One more.
That's hold on. Let me put these on. That'd be better.
So it's his opponent since lockdown has been cooking full turkey dinners, banoffee pies, giant-sized banoffee pies. His portion control could feed a small country, in my mind. He's always creating.
I've seen it.
He's creating Greek food of the gods for Whitechapel's finest. He's the head booker at Ministry of Sound. Smashed Rinse FM with his brother over the weekend. If Sopranos ever comes back, he's got a job on Looks Alone. It's Dennis, third helping from me, Menendez. Dennis, how much food could you eat in one day if it was a competition? The prize was a lifetime supply of bog roll and lamb chops from your local curry house.
Lamb chops are my favourites. I think I'd starve myself for like 2 days and go in. I'll give it a good run for its money, definitely. Up there, 100%. I reckon maybe a bin bag full.
Oh, Jesus. Big we've got a few people tuning in to giving you shout outs here. So we've got Grace Flynn saying, oi, oi, Dennis.
Oi,
oi. Oi, oi. So we're going to hit you with 6 questions.
Personal. This one.
Say that. Say what, mate?
Have you explained why it's so personal? This one.
Okay, well, this is a battle of the flatmates. These two boys who are flatmates, not lovers, but they may have loved each other. I still think they do love each other. Used to live together and share an apartment. Let's.
Dennis is quite a heavy sleeper, so.
Who knows what went on when the lights went out? We'll never know.
Excellent time living with Stephen, but for now we are not friends. The next 15
We're
minutes,
both
mate.
very competitive boys.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
very.
whoever loses, this is not going to hear the end of it for a long time. 100%. So let's see what happens.
Okay, cool. So, are you boys ready? Dennis, you ready?
Ready? Let's go.
Brains, you ready?
Yeah, this is kind of the final, really. Whoever wins this wins the whole thing, pretty much.
That's what I think. That's what we're saying all along, man. This is the final. We're gonna.
It's Serena versus Venus.
You know, there's a really good prize as well. You got a picture of Owen's bum if you want, man. You know.
Hey.
Hey. Brains is gonna try extra hard now. Okay, so question 1, round 6. Deniz Menedez, Ministry of Sound. Steve Brains, Sunderland's finest from He Day. Question number 1. What is the biggest nightclub in the world according to the Guinness Book of Records? What is the biggest nightclub in the world according to the Guinness Book of Records? What is the biggest nightclub in the world according to the Guinness Book of Records? Shane says bookmakers have ceased taking bets on Bill to win outright. The Dutch character Rabbit called Miffy, but the real name is Ninja. Who knew?
I'm just trying to do it, but my autocorrect keeps changing the words to something so with it. I think it's worked now.
Does it keep changing the words to nugget
Yeah.
porn by any chance?
Yeah, I got you, Steve. You're correct.
Okay.
Of course I am.
Of course he is.
Damn
Aye,
it.
aye, Steve.
Dennis
What?
get it right as well.
No,
What
we
is the
didn't.
biggest club in the world
Oh
according to
my
the Guinness
God,
Book of
I'm
Records?
winning, Dennis. I'm winning.
Do you know what? Yeah, I messed that one up. Oh well. I know
I think
what
you
it
should get a bonus point if you know where it is.
is. No, you can't pick up the rules now. You got it right.
Yeah. So, Arveene, do you want to go with this one?
I'm going to say Privilege, which would have been Koo and Ibiza. One of my friend's parents used to own that nightclub back in the day, and I think that is the largest one.
Yeah.
One of your
10,000
friends'
people.
parents
capacity.
owned Privilege.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, yeah, we got
Alex
Steve with
is
the points, and Dennis is incorrect.
Damn.
What did Dennis say?
Play one of the clubs in Thailand. He's not far off either.
The clubs in Thailand.
Yeah,
It's a massive place.
there's a massive one there, but it's not the world's biggest. I thought it was, and I forgot.
Yeah.
You can just
Here-
open some mad rooms.
Here comes Miffy, the bunny, in there to just rub salt in the wounds. Dennis, don't worry, mate. You've still got another 5 questions to go. And question number 2 is, what style of music are the Higher brothers associated with? What style of music are the Higher brothers associated with?
Could you spell that?
Higher.
Oh, higher, bro. Okay.
The Higher brothers. What
Uh,
style of music are the Higher brothers associated with, man? What sort of accent was that? The bow fly over, says Pat Sheridan. No, that was BCM is not the biggest club, by the way, Nick Thomas. Shane, I don't think Manumission was the biggest club. I think that was more of a brand than a club.
Yeah, Manumission was that Privilege.
Yep. It was the brand, though, as opposed to the club name. Great night, Manumission.
Yeah, Dennis, you're right there, mate.
yes.
So, Steve, let's have you.
Let's be having you, Steve.
Fuck knows.
No, that's incorrect. So, both
Fuck knows
answers
is
in,
the wrong
Arveene.
answer. They're hip hop, aren't they? As far as I know, they're like a hip hop crew.
Chinese
Yeah.
guys.
Are indeed, yeah, they're part of the
Then it's what
Chinese
equal.
wave from Chengdu. They kind of have a trap style. They rap in English, Mandarin, and Sichuanese. So yeah, they've become pretty huge global stars at the moment.
Massive,
I
mate,
just go
massive.
disco because I know nothing about it.
Yeah, so Dennis takes the points there. Steve doesn't.
Nick Thomas and Pat Sheridan have both got the wrong answers. Nick said they were gospel, and Pat Sheridan says they were Kaylee.
I've been trying to brush up on my Mandarin as well, as a random fact. This is why I got that. I saw a video, you know, when you go in dark holes in YouTube, and I just carried on going and going.
Hold on a second. Steve goes into dark holes in real life. He's never on YouTube.
Different types.
Sorry, Steve.
Or homosexuals.
Just the straight ones, mate. Just the straight ones. So, question number 3: Groove is in the Heart is a hugely popular house track by which act? Groove is in the Heart is a hugely popular house track by which act? I mean, I would say it's more like a breakbeat track, nearly from like a house act, really. You know.
Both answers in there, Arveene?
All answers in. It's one of my favorite acts in the 90s that I spent a lot of time studying in the last couple of years. D-Light. So
good.
Yeah, exactly. It started off as a duo in 1986 and then added T-Wow, the Jungle DJ, in 1987. So, everybody with the right points there.
Awesome, man. So, question number 4. Now, name one of 2 members of the hip hop act Outkast. Name one of 2 members of hip hop act Outkast. It'd be straightforward, that one, lads.
Yeah, I got
No, it
both.
should be. I just had like some mad mental block with it.
Just to let you know, I've got both of them.
You did
No, of
indeed,
course
mate.
not.
And I'm
No,
noticing
I'm just trying to write it. Maybe
No,
I got it wrong.
No pressure.
Yeah, it was a long delay, but we'll give them the points. So, Arveene?
So
Oh,
this
fuck me. I couldn't. Do you know what? I couldn't think of the dude who went out with Erykah Badu, and I just kept hearing like Erykah Badu.
If I got that one wrong, sitting in front of a hip hop picture, that one, that's pretty shameful. Let's be real.
But because you massively appropriate culture.
Because I love hip hop. Quite simply, thank you very much. Let's go down that route. Thank you. Cheers.
So, question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only got 5
It's
questions.
still equal, isn't it?
Question number 5.
Nail biting.
This is question number 6, Arv.
Yeah, so the answer to that question was, the reason I know the answer is because I'm a massive fan of Outkast, but Andre 3000 is one of them, and he spent a bit of time in Dublin when he was recording the Jimi Hendrix thing and was hanging around with a lot of people I know. Choice Cuts, Mark Wakefield, all them were taking care of him. And then you have Big Boy, who's the other member, 2 of my favorite, probably 2 of the best hip hop artists of, true hip hop, full 5 spectrum hip hop, as we know it today.
They are up there, definitely.
That's it, man.
100%.
Okay, Andre 3000 is the man. So, question number.
I'm really nervous now. I think I'm gonna lose, Dennis.
Be afraid. I've got wine.
It's actually all evenly lined up now for the last question. So whoever gets this one right.
This is the last question.
Yeah, question 6.
This is question 5.
No pressure.
This is question 5. We've only had 4 questions before that.
Yeah.
So, question 5.
Owen, take control back.
Homelands was a British music festival which consisted mainly of dance music. When was the first one? Homelands was a British music festival which consisted mainly of dance music. When was the first one? Closest to the year wins.
Oh, it's a guess. I'm going for it. I've got an idea. It could be that.
We'll just write it.
I have.
Homelands. I was at one of the first Homelands festivals.
Yeah, so the man with the points in this round is Deniz.
Yeah.
Oh, no. When was it?
Oh,
1999 to 2005. So you got 1996.
I said 1999, but I thought it could have been 2000. But I'm going with 99.
Oh.
One of the top festivals at the time, run by the Mean Fiddler Group. They were behind all the home nightclubs. There was one in Sydney, one in London, and I think one over in America.
Oh, because I went to Reading Festival in '98, and I was like, I swear I chose between like home and night, because I went to home in Leicester Square.
Yeah,
like, the English one, because Rob Starr was there.
Oh, we love Rob Starr.
Legend.
Yeah, we love Rob.
Oh, God,
Yeah, the first one was
If I say this next one wrong, and I need to get this one right.
first one was 1992. It was in Martley Bowl, if I remember. I think it was the site of Creamfields, maybe the year before that. I remember seeing Underworld there and absolutely who destroyed it, and then the End also had their own little stage. We had Laurent doing an absolute killer set, man, because I was part of the End crew back in the day. Right, we have one more question to go, but
Can you ask a question about musicals? Because I'll get it right.
I wish I could. What is your favorite musical? There's no correct answer.
Chicago.
You win the points. Right. The final question is iconic 1980s Chicago nightclub, the Music Box, was set up and owned by what famous house legend? He was also the resident DJ. So the iconic 80s Chicago nightclub, the Music Box, was set up and owned by what famous house legend? He was also the resident DJ.
It's one of two. I'm going for a 50-50 on this.
I have no idea.
So Steve's answer's in. It's all lying on Dennis. It turns out that you didn't even need to get that right because you both got it wrong.
Hey! Yes. Oh,
Brains, man. Oh, brains, bro.
Yeah, so the answer was Ron.
It was Craig.
Frankie Knuckles would have been the correct answer. I
said Frankie. I said
It
Frankie.
wasn't. You're both wrong. It's Ron Hardy.
Craig.
Ron Hardy was the answer.
Oh, never mind. Unlucky brains.
I don't even know who Ron Hardy is, so I don't feel bad.
Oh. Ron Hardy's amazing.
Brains.
Ask a question about the Human League. That's the 80s. Dennis, the better man won.
I won. Unfortunately, Brains, you lost.
Some people would say you went through a breakup, so your friend threw it for you. But
I've got
that would sound like sour grapes, innit?
Where's Bill Brewster? I'm coming for you, my friend. The encyclopedia of music. I'm coming for you.
You heard it here first.
I want you to win because then at least I lost to the champ, innit?
Yeah. I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
This is like one of those weird ones where Martina Hingis lost in the first round and started shoplifting.
We're going to see it in our local Sainsbury's just picking up the smoked salmon. Making
I think you're going to see me in a food bank after this.
Maybe an ad for a food bank. Brains.
I think I once auditioned for Oliver when I was young, and I got told I was too fat to play an orphan. True story. So I think I'd be too fat to be at a food bank because it'd be like, what greedy cunt is using a food bank and he's still that chubby? You're obviously taking more than your fair share.
Well, we hate to see you go.
Well done, you little bastard.
Well done, Dennis.
Yeah, but move your hand to that side, innit?
What, shaking Piggy's hand?
Yeah, no, mine. There you go. Like CGI.
Thanks a million.
Lovely.
Brains. Absolute pleasure. Dennis.
I lost everything.
We'll have to make it up for you. Dennis, you are the champion, mate, of today's episode.
Yeah.
One of the champions. You're going to be taking on Bill Brewster in the next round, which is the quarterfinals.
Good luck to me.
Yeah, good luck to you. Hopefully, you may the best man win. Absolute pleasure having you on board, bro. And we'll see you very soon.
See you soon. Take care.
Cheers, Dennis. Nice one, bro. Bye. So we will be back on Wednesday next week, actually, with the final round of the last 16. We've got Laura Whitmore and loads more people taking part. Thanks for tuning in tonight. You've been watching the Irish Media Network. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, our YouTube channel. You can also check us out on the website, Facebook, and all those good places. And from me and Owen, good night. We'll see you very soon.
See you later.
Irish Media Network. We entertain.